Hey YouTube, so this is going to be a bit of a serious video about my Mexico trip. So if you want something silly, you should watch some of my other videos, I guess. Or if you guys don't like me, please don't say mean things. You can just not watch my videos, and that's cool, and I'm fine with that. Hey YouTube, so I just got back from Stockton, and that's in California, and so it was a missions trip, and we did a VBS and did a bunch of stuff for the kids, so I'll talk about that in a little bit. But right now I want to talk about Mexico. I told you guys a little bit about that 2 videos ago, and I really think it's important that I bring up what happened and what I went through, because I really would love to share it with people, and just anybody that can learn from it or take anything from it, because honestly it was such a great experience, and I wish everyone that I know could go through that. So when I got to Mexico, we did a lot of stuff. One really cool thing we did is we went to a women's shelter. What happened was there were battered women there and their children. And so basically we played with them and were there for them and just talk with them. And even though they spoke Spanish and I speak a little bit of Spanish, there was so much we could communicate with them, and it was amazing that they were just so accepting and so loving so fast. So many kids just wanted someone to hold them and be there for them, and that was amazing. They had been through so much, and yet they were so joyful and happy and sweet. It was just amazing. We also went to an orphanage / special needs shelter where everyone that was staying there was an orphan and special needs. So that went from a range of different things, from mental to physical disabilities. And that experience was really intense and difficult, but such a blessing. There were like 40-year-olds that their mental state was that of a 3-year-old, and they were so sweet, and every single one of them were so kind and so accepting right away. They just wanted to hold our hand. Like, we put our hand out and they would take our hand and hold it and hug us and cuddle with us, and we're just so sweet and so amazing. My personal experience was I met this one girl who was actually referred to as a baby because she was actually a child, and so I met her and I got put with her to basically hang out with for the day, and her name was Lucy. She was 10 years old. And it was so sweet when I asked her how old she is. She has to go 1, 2, 3 and count all the way up to her age. She was just a complete sweetheart and just adorable, and she accepted me right away, and it was just so touching. She was just fantastic and so sweet, and she was so spunky. She loved telling everyone else what to do, and she was so selfless. She was so selfless. We were digging a trench, and that's when I got put to play with her, and right away she goes, "Girls, you have birthdays, right?" And all the girls, of course, go, yeah, and she goes, "Okay, I'm gonna make you all cakes and cookies." And then so me and her made mud cookies and cakes and hid them all in this wagon, and she would go shh and yell at everyone, say, "Don't peek, no peeking," and she had made every single person a birthday cake, complete with dirt for the chocolate and sticks for the candles, and it was just amazing. Lucy is autistic, and so even though she's 10, that's not where her mental state was at. And the truth is, none of that mattered. Like, I had never met anyone autistic before that experience, and to be honest, I was a little bit nervous, but she was just such a sweetheart and so unbelievable and beautiful and wonderful. When I left, I was crying, and I'm not a crier. I do not enjoy crying in front of people. I try not to do it as best I can. But when I hugged Lucy, I could not help it. And so I saw her one more time before I left, and I didn't realize, and so she sat down right next to me, and I was, trying not to cry, and she looks up at me, and she sees that I have a tear on my face, and even though she has such a spunky side and such, and so much energy, all of a sudden I just saw in her eyes she saw how sad I was and just stopped being silly for a second. And she just hugged me and wiped away my tears and smiled at me. And it was unbelievable. That experience changed my life completely. We also went to an orphanage that week, and we met all these wonderful kids, and these kids just wanted to be held and just wanted to hang out with you. I mean, they honestly didn't care what you looked like or what t-shirt you were wearing or anything like that, and they just wanted to be loved, and it was beautiful, and they were just so sweet. My overall experience in Mexico was just amazing, and these kids were just awesome, and all they wanted was our time. We also spent time helping build a new orphanage for kids, and you know, although I'm not great at manual labor, it was something that I worked really hard at, and same with the rest of the people that went on the trip, and we got it done. And honestly, everything I did there, I am so glad that I went through, and I wish that everyone that I know and everyone that's listening and everyone that's not could have that experience, because it seriously changes your life. Helping people is so important, and all it takes is some time, just a little bit of time. It is so worth it. And honestly, we have so much to give and so much to offer. And when you're blessed to have a home or a family or just anything like that, all it takes is a little bit of time and a little bit of love and effort, and you can change someone's life. And I went on this trip thinking that I was going to bless all these people, and the reality was that I was so blessed by every child that I met and just so loved on. It was so wonderful. That was just awesome. I miss all those kids, and if I could go back, I would. And the second I have that opportunity, I'll take it. It was amazing. And I encourage all of you, if you have any opportunity, whether that's, you know, in another country, in another city, or just in your own backyard, to help people, whether that's at your local women's shelter or orphanage, or you know, just anywhere. It could be as simple as picking up trash or helping someone watch their house or their pet. It doesn't always have to be out of a country or out of state to help people. There are so many great opportunities you have in your own backyard, and all you have to do is look and find out and donate some of that time that you could be using for the internet or for TV or for just hanging out with friends, and give that time to people who really, really need it. Thank you for listening. Not only did I get a tweet and a Facebook thing from Kara Kilmer, who is so encouraging and inspiring towards, you know, acting and what I love to do, but I go on YouTube and Charlie McDonnell, I'm not sure if that's how you say it, has commented on one of my videos, which I was stoked about. I was like, oh my gosh, you know, that is so awesome and so sweet. And so today is just already a really good day, and it's early, and so that was just awesome. I doubt you guys are watching this now, but just in case, thank you so much. That means a lot, and I really didn't expect that at all, and so I was just kind of taken aback by that. And yes, so I will probably add more to this video later. Thank you guys so much. Comments below, whoever you are. Made my day. Thanks. My Twitter is MorganPaigeLove, no S. That's right, changing it up. And hey, awkward ending to my video.